trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. If I wake up with a bad attitude, I fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hello and welcome. I am so glad you're here. I'm Beth, a creator-based coach with CMH Coaching for Life. I'm here today to help you and those you love create a life you feel grounded and at home in. Think of a life where you feel peace, love for those around you, and in a flow with just enough challenge to keep you happy and creating something wonderful. Sounds like magic, but it's not. You can create that life every single day. You can have a life full of love, excitement, hope, and creation. Our mission at CMH Coaching is to flood the earth with light through compassion, mindfulness, and hope. And I'm going to ask a favor of you. If you like what you see and hear today, think of someone you know that would enjoy and benefit from this message. Our mission is to flood the world with compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Share this with them. But for now, this is time just for you. So settle into whatever you're doing and enjoy this time with the girls, where we create that one awesome, amazing, perfect life every one of us is seeking.
What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? You gotta watch your thinking. Watch your thinking. Watch your thinking.
Welcome. This is the birthday celebration of CMH Coaching, and we're so excited to be here. I am going to lead because Beth is the founder and the creator, and we're just going to celebrate Beth and her willingness to put herself out there and to lead and to grow and to listen to our Heavenly Father, our creator, and just get us on this trajectory of growth and change and light and love and fun and just sometimes.
Happy birthday, CMH Coaching, right?
Happy birthday, 7 years. 7 years.
7 years today. But before we go into celebrate CMH Coaching's birthday, today's Jacine's birthday.
Yeah, it is my birthday.
So y'all, happy birthday.
Double birthday.
Balloons.
It's a double birthday. Yeah, I wish I could make. I used to be able to make confetti or balloons, but it's not today.
It's not today. Not today. It is.
But it's a beautiful day for a double birthday.
It is a lovely day. Yeah, I am 62 today. So fun.
Perfect age. We share.
Right, Cricket?
Thanks for joining me. And I heard there was a party, and I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
To celebrate you ladies.
Oh my gosh. It has been so fun to be on this journey with you ladies. And we had to invite Cricket on because she has such words of wisdom and such perspective. And we just love her. Yeah, love her to pieces. And yeah, so Beth, we have a question for you.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was a roast. I thought we were going to do that, but okay.
Okay. So when you first started, were you just like, oh, of course this is going to work. What were your thoughts on what it would look like 5 or 7 years from April?
From when we started, from when I first started working? Well, to begin with, I didn't have any kind of plan whatsoever. I just had come out of being incredibly, incredibly sick. I'd been sick for about a year and had learned all of these different modalities that helped me come out of being sick, and was so grateful that I wanted to go serve others. I finally had my energy. I'll never, ever forget how good it felt to go back out to the kitchen and cook a meal, because I had been in bed for a year, and to be able to go back out there and do that. I was just singing and singing. And so as my household came back in order, I just wanted to serve with what I knew how to serve. And so I started helping others by appointments. It just went out there, people who had served me and had helped me, had friends that needed service. And when people heard that I was willing to help, then I was busy. I was at one point was doing about 33 sessions a week,
Oh.
every week. And I was doing like a Monday through Friday, and I didn't know how to take care of myself yet. I needed the arm proppers like Moses.
Yes. Yeah.
And but I was so happy. I did that for about 5 years. And then one day when I was finishing up the book that Heavenly Father had asked me to write, this voice came into my head and said, what you do is called creator-based coaching. And I mean, I'm not at this desk. It was at a kitchen table at the time.
Yeah.
But I just slammed my hands on the desk and I just jumped up and down. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing something. That was when I knew we were going to go do something. But for
Wow.
those first 5 years, it was just go learn. Go learn. I got my coaching certificates. I got all these different other trainings. I just helped as many people as I could. And then I guess 5 years in, the Lord was like, okay, good. Let's do this now.
It's time.
That
It's time.
was years ago. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I didn't have any goal or anything like that. I found a mentor and we worked together for a good long time. She's now a client, actually, which is really kind of fun. We had to break off our mentorship so she could be a client, but yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's awesome. So what are some things that I'll ask all of you guys this. What are some things that you guys have learned from CMH coaching? What are some of the like if you had like pivotal moments in CMH coaching that you're like, oh my gosh, yeah.
We have to
My
start with Jen. We have
Yeah.
to start with
Jen, go.
We do?
Jen.
Yes,
But-
yes. Jen, tell us about nothing has gone wrong here.
No, I will not tell you about that.
that
Everything
was
has gone wrong.
fingernails. Yeah. Mhm.
No, that in your coaching or your therapy, whatever you're doing,
Whatever you're doing.
whenever you hit about something that causes a big pushback or a emotional reaction, that you have hit the mother lode. That's where your work is really supposed to happen. It was one time with Beth, as I was moaning my state of life and everything, and
Because it was rotten.
yeah, it was. But Beth's like, but what if nothing's gone wrong here? And I was just like, don't you even dare.
Don't even.
Don't
So
even.
glad we were distance coaching because you would have heard.
But no, it takes a good friend and a very, I guess, comfortable, safe relationship to be able to like just tell you how it is in a loving way. And that's what Beth did. And she's just like, but what if nothing has gone wrong here? And it turned my brain inside out, and I had to address that. And I realized, yeah, but I was avoiding discomfort, and I was avoiding looking at something at a different way and in a different perspective. I'm like, yeah, what if this is being turned around and it has to be uncomfortable and it has to be wrong in my eyes before it can lead me out of the state that I was in? So, yeah, it still is kind of uncomfortable at times because I fight against being uncomfortable and
I don't like
doing
being
hard
uncomfortable.
things sometimes. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, nothing has gone wrong here.
Yeah, but what if, and that particular phrase has just served me so well. We've been through some really big events. You figure when we started, it was just before COVID. And so we all went through COVID together. And just the idea of what if nothing had gone wrong here in all of those emotional events was really powerful.
Mm.
What if we're supposed to learn something here?
Man.
Yeah, that's made a profound difference in my life.
It's,
And that was the inspiration with Jen. I can't take real credit there. That was just inspiration.
it's made the being able to look at my life in the 50-50 lens that they talk about so much easier.
Yeah.
Because it's made it like, this is the bad part, or this is the uncomfortable part of 50-50, but it's not going to last. So just, kind of figure it out, get through it, and you'll learn. And so I can look now, I can generally say my perspective on certain things have changed, because whenever something uncomfortable or bad or horrible happens, I'm like, what is it that I'm supposed to learn here? Because hopefully this is an
going to be big
experience
learning
for my better.
Yeah. And change is a gift.
Mhm.
It is.
Sometimes kicking and screaming, but it's a gift.
Yep. Especially when I like where I was. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Except
Cricket,
we didn't like where we were, right? But we don't like where we are because it stops working. You think it doesn't work. And especially I think for me, as life continued to kind of rev up, as kids got older and husbands started into health issues, and my ways of doing things did not produce the relationships or the joy or the ability to like self-regulate the emotions that were being created by my thinking and by how I was viewing my life.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to come together, and I had a strong kind of personal development and natural health background, but all those tools, there was something missing. And through CMH, I've been able to consistently, through trusted relationships and vulnerability, a place to be vulnerable, like these wonderful women who live all across the country that are not necessarily in my neighborhood and going to school. They're, like we're not doing all the things together. It's a place where you can come and be yourself and learn tools combined with new tools and new ways of thinking to make real growth and progress. I mean, I'm doing things. I have new habits, everything from a 5-year journal that I started 3 years ago that I now have been doing this whole time. A word of the year each year. This is my 3rd year of choosing a word of the year, and those kinds of tools, mindfulness, Tai Chi. I've never done Tai Chi before.
Yes.
All of these tools combined with learning new ways of viewing others and questioning, being curious and questioning my thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's allowed me to be a better mom as I've coached my 20-somethings through the decade of decisions. Having better skills as a mom at this point has blessed my whole family.
Yeah.
It's amazing. How did you hear about CMH, Cricket?
Jen, my dear friend Jen, she's like, because she had been helping and working with my kids and with me on some imagery work and other things, but she really felt like I needed a place where I could explore more my own thoughts and ideas, along with women who could lift and could share, but also have compassion and understanding, where no one's gonna, it's like accountability without anybody judging. And so it's a way over time to practice in the laboratory of life these tools and skills that but take time to put into practice. They don't just all come when you learn them. You've got to practice them and have some practice partners.
I love that you called it laboratory of life. Like I love that imagery for me. Gosh, Cricket.
It's the learning, but it's also the experiences that we all share over time. And we can come and discuss, what's happening now? And something's bubbling up and something in myself is showing up again as I'm having this experience, or seeing, wow, I'm handling things differently now. And this is actually working. But that just comes slowly. You don't just read a book and become a different person.
No, and it's hard. Like you, Cricket, I had read a lot of books, and I had started a book club in 2018, 2019, and we were reading books like I Shouldn't Feel This Way, Rising Strong. I'm just looking at a bunch. If life were easy, it wouldn't be so hard. I mean, just all of these books. But the power came when I met up with Beth and Jen and started immersing myself with CMH coaching. And for me, one of those aha learning tools was the drama triangle, the dreaded drama triangle.
That's always been a favorite.
Yeah, the power of TED. It just resonated so much with me and for me, because in the triangle, you have the victim. And I never saw myself as a victim. I'm like, I'm not a victim, right? I'm never a victim, except for when I was little.
I overcome everything. That's right.
And then a persecutor. Oh, of course I'm not a persecutor. Never would I. No. Like, how could that happen? And then the rescuer. And that's really where a lot of my power was going, was I was trying to be the rescuer when the ultimate rescuer is our Lord and Savior, right? Is Jesus Christ. And he is the ultimate rescuer. But then on the other side of the other triangle that we were trying to get to was to be a creator of our own life, right? And have, instead of a persecutor, somebody who's our challenger. And Beth and Jen have been my challengers. I have had my little me.
We have all developed a challenger conversation every now and then. And that's one of the things we do when we coach all the time, even in the groups, the Coach and Clear or the mastermind. Yeah.
Right. And it's learning how to move out of that drama triangle to the creator triangle. And I think all of us as women through this whole process of CMH coaching have learned the skills on how to move more quickly. First of all, to recognize when we're in that, when I am being a victim, when I am persecuting someone, when I am, you don't oftentimes, you don't do it on purpose. It just is life. Life gets lifey. And when those experiences happen, to have that knowledge and the words, because words matter, the words to call it what it is, and then choose. Do I want to stay here? Sometimes I do, right? Sometimes I want to have my pity party. Sometimes I want to try and rescue when I know it's not going to work out.
But if you want to have a pity party and you recognize it's a pity party, have your pity party.
And you're being a creator.
Recognizing it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because then you're creating your own life experience and not having life happen to you. Right. You're creating your life. And I think for me, that's been the biggest tool that I've been able to go and share. I shared it a lot. I just retired this year, but I shared it a lot in business, in working with doctors and teams across the nation. And yeah, and for me, that's one of the biggest tools that I've received from CMH coaching, and how it's changed me, because I can see how I move out of that drama triangle so much more quickly now when I can recognize. Yeah. And I have the words. I have the knowledge and the words to say and to. I had a friend years ago who is a counselor, and she said, we call it in counseling, name it to tame it. Mm-hmm. And that's really what we do. We name our emotions. We name what's going on. In Coach and Clear, we go through, we name those, maybe they're trapped emotions. Maybe it's, I don't,
could be any
better words.
Yes. Belief. It could have been something modeled for you, yes. But yeah, we just go through it and name it. And so much of it is just in, like Jen says, being curious about it. And that gets the energy moving and things clear out once you're ready to learn. Yeah.
I'm a better friend because I have the ability to listen with compassion, but then to ask a question like Jen's taught us. I wonder if you did this or said this or thought this instead, that allows you to not just, oh my gosh, that's the worst, and stay there with them, but to then be a lifter yourself and help them to question their thoughts and see other possibilities.
Wow. Yeah. Without feeling like you have to rescue them, right?
Because it's not your job to rescue them. It's their job. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
They are the creator of their own life.
I like what you said, Cricket, because sometimes with me, it's how it's delivered is how I will take it. And so, like, if a lot of times what I'll do, if it's a similar situation, be like, that does really suck. I've been there. This is what happened to me. This is what I thought. And so just sharing like what you did. Sometimes then you can put your thoughts in, and they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't think of it that way."
Mhm.
It's really fun.
Man. Yeah.
A lot of changes in 7 years.
A lot of changes. And think about the ripple effect. So, I know for me personally, I got to use skills that I learned in my business coaching and helping businesses grow, helping teams communicate on a higher level, instead of the judgment and the stories or beliefs that we have. But more than that, I've just seen in this past couple of months the ripple effect, like you were saying, Cricket, in my family, and how it's going into my I have a 16-year-old granddaughter who has had some struggles, and she came and stayed with us for 2 weeks, and I bought her The Power of Ted. Where is it? There we go. The Power of Ted. And we went through it and read it together and marked things, and um it was a joy. But I can see how that ripple effect then will affect her siblings, and just on and on and on and on. That our relationships, and that's what matters the most, right? That compassion, mindfulness, and hope.
Yeah. Well, and that's the core is meeting her with compassion
Mhm.
and being mindful in that relationship with her. And then you're creating hope. That's why it is compassion, mindfulness, and hope for CMH.
Mm.
That's the recipe.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's funny is in 2001, I think, we opened a little herbal business because, that was my beginnings is herbs. And it was called Call Mom Herbs. And my website was Call Mom Herbs Forever. And somehow we got stuck on the CMH. And then when CMH coaching was born, it was still listed, but it was then changed from CMH Call Mom Herbs to CMH Compassion, Mindfulness, Hope.
Wow.
That it was around that long. I mean, it's been 25, 30 years since we started with all of that stuff.
Mm.
And it just morphed. This is where it grows. Now we offer all the same stuff with CMH coaching that we offered in Calm on Herbs, only it's super deluxe now. It's so great. Yeah. And it's the ripple effect. It's beautiful. Yeah. So
Mm.
how are you different now than you were 7 years ago? Jen, I met Jen like the month after we formed CMH coaching. So what's different, Jen?
Jeez.
For
What
me,
is
I lived
not
through
different?
COVID. Yeah.
I it's a change that um I think it's for me it's hard to put into words. But when I look back on similar experiences that I had before, partway during, and then recently, I show up differently.
Yeah.
I have a different emotional reaction if I have a reaction, because now I feel like I have choice that, I don't have to react to the situation. I can actually choose how I show up in it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And just having, I mean, and in some like pretty heavily charged, emotionally charged situations, and sitting back and remaining in my frontal lobe,
Yes.
in my conscious state, and being able to navigate that um, shows me that I've had years of that skill development, like Cricket was talking about, where it's not something you learn overnight, where
Yeah.
you have to apply it and then be put back into situations to tone it and to see, you know, where you come. And so there's a lot of times I will go through a situation and I'll be like, oh, I showed up different. And I'll be like, well, look at me, I've grown up, you know. It's
Or
like,
I come into one where it was, I knew something difficult was coming in. You know, you're walking in, you've only got maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but you can see it's going to be a charged situation. And I've actually had my thought be, oh, this is a chance to practice.
mhm.
Where before I would have come in and it would have been panic and victimhood, but this is a chance to practice. The confidence is really profound where it wasn't 7 years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I've noticed a profound change. No, well, I don't want to say change. I want to say a expansion and deepening of the relationship I have with my husband. Because for whatever reason, when I became more confident and compassionate with myself, it showed up in our relationship where he just, I don't know, it was just he just like sighed, big sigh, and he was, you know, a different not a different person, but it's just our relationship continues to be different.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Is it?
that was and I think like Cricket and JC both touched on how relationships are different over the past 7 years. So it's really kind of hard to say this one moment, because it's like a compounding effect of consciously trying to change how you view life and yourself and have a different perspective on things that just aren't working anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Be able to let those things go and embrace the new. I find that really exciting.
And then something new is thrown in through our learning together, like the parts work that we discussed about understanding the parts of ourself and where different behaviors can kind of show up out of the blue, and understanding that that's just an unmet need that from long ago, and being able to explain that to my kids and giving them an understanding at a much younger age at some of the weird things that kind of pop at strange times of emotion or responses that seem like, oh, that's my 7-year-old self talking here. That for me was a real
Mhm.
like movement in understanding of myself and some of my behaviors. That it doesn't mean that those people won't still kind of show up on occasion, but instead I can like say, hey, good to see ya. Not really needed here. Got this covered. I'm 62 now.
Yeah.
And I have some different skills than I did when I was a teenager. And that's been it's always fun when we explore something new.
Mhm.
And I feel kind of ready to take on that next level of thinking. And then being able to repeat a lot of the responses and the drama triangle and some of those things. It's not like in math where you have to keep up with the group or you get
Right.
behind because now they
Right.
move past you. Like it's this beautiful circular of repeating and growing spiral growth
Yeah.
that allows us to not feel discouraged or like failures when we mess up. And oh, I have all these skills, and how come I can't use them?
Right.
Where did they all go last night? When my husband and I were both tired, and I went back to all my old ways. And it's like, well,
My husband and I were
you know,
both tired. Just
when I used to play volleyball, I had skills that I didn't perform all the time perfectly, but over time, over over years of practice, I didn't make the same mistakes as a varsity player that I made in middle school.
Yeah.
And so it's just practice over time and not feeling like it's a game that you have to like win points, but it's just opportunities for growth.
I like that. So it's non-competitive. That helps me too.
Well, it's the phrase permission to be human, right?
Yeah.
We say that a lot. That permission to be human. For me, that was this. What?
Yeah.
What?
What?
I'm humaning really well today. Yep.
I'm humaning really well.
Wow. Oh,
Can be human? Wait now.
that's
That was
amazing.
loud. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And and seeing that in my family as I use the phrases that we use in CMH coaching, well, what if nothing really has gone wrong here? I say that on occasion. I'm not like I've said it a few times because I'm getting there. But and it's I I know this isn't the phrase, but I say embrace the suck.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wanted the t-shirt like that, but my husband thought it wasn't becoming. But I love it, just so you know. Racist. Yes.
lean into being uncomfortable
Yeah,
and
lean in.
just all of those kinds of things that we talk about and put into practice. So oftentimes when we're having a discussion or in mastermind or at Coach and Clear or even on podcast, we'll have this discussion, and then not too soon after I have that opportunity to put it into practice in my life, right? And it was an interesting thing because I got to physically put it into my life when we were talking and discussing to lean into the hard. And
Mhm.
I on occasion I have really terrible Charlie horses, and you guys, they always happen in the middle of the night, right? They're
Yes.
just they grab you. And so I thought, okay, well, here's my time to practice. I'm going to lean in. And when you lean in, your body relaxes and it goes away, which was one of those aha moments. And I know I was taught that in when I was having babies, in
Right.
Lamaze, and your breathing matters, right?
Mhm.
And just relax, lean into it, all that kind of stuff. And it's for more than birthing a baby, like for real.
Go figure.
Resistance. Letting go
Yes,
of resistance.
Letting go of resistance.
letting go of resistance in
And when
every
you lean
aspect.
into it, you're welcoming it and things
Yeah,
just, yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
amazing.
so that 50-50 part, the sucky 50 part, that's that time when we can just lean in and I
Trust.
trust. Yeah. Choose to trust.
Trust
We
is
get to
what we yes.
choose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Choose to trust.
Mhm. Mhm.
Amazing.
Yeah. Any other phrases you guys can think of off the top of your mind that you've been like, oh,
Um, today's gonna be a good day.
day.
Yeah. That tapping that we got
Yeah.
from Nick Ortner. Today's going to
Yes.
be a good day. Today's going to be and the dance that goes with it, that has been so much fun to start that. Today's going to be a good day. And like you said, choose to. I
Choose to.
mean, that phrase is so powerful. I choose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choose to
I
see.
choose.
Choose to trust.
Mhm.
Choose. I choose.
I choose to give my husband permission to be human.
I
Like,
choose. Yeah.
I choose to do
I
that.
choose space today. Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just
so happy birthday, CMH Coaching.
happy birthday, CMH. Yes. It's been a really good 7 years. Here's to another 7.
Mhm.
Another 7 after that, and see how many ripples we can make in this great big world of ours. Because 'cause we're making a difference. It's beautiful.
We are.
Yeah. You
We
wanna talk
are.
about book club?
Yeah, we are going into our third week of book club, and we are reading Incredibly Bright Creatures.
Mm.
And it's an incredibly bright book. It's really good. You learn a lot about sea life in this book. Things
Is
that
it a
you would normally,
hopeful book?
pardon?
Does it bring you hope?
It is yeah, it is a hopeful book. It's one of the things that we talked about last week was you have a woman who has experienced great loss, and she's finding with this octopus just this odd connection, and she can go in and just bare her soul to this octopus who's actually listening to her and paying attention. And he, being an incredibly bright creature, has the ability to say, wait a second, she really is seeing me and talking to me and cares about me. And there's that nature, animal with man connection. And I've never thought about, oh, I could have a connection with an octopus, and I know it's a fiction, but it's a really good story, and it has, some twists and turns in it where you're just like, oh, I can see how that would be difficult and how people are handling difficult situations. And when you have someone who sees you, it really makes a difference. Yeah.
Awesome. We also have World Tai Chi Day. It's Saturday. I can't believe we're going to already look at the 25th of the month, but it is next Saturday, World Tai Chi Day, and we're meeting at 10 o'clock on our Zoom link to join the world as everybody in the world by time zone starts a Tai Chi practice. So it'll start in New Zealand at 10 o'clock New Zealand time, and it will work its way all the way around the globe to where everyone in their respective time zone will be practicing. So if you want to come practice Tai Chi with us, come 10 a.m. Central Time. It's in the Monday Morning Inspiration. The link will be there this week.
I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
I hope you felt that compassion, mindfulness, and hope you came seeking today. You can find more of it at cmhcoaching.com or on linktree/cmhcoaching. Of course, any social media outlet, we're there too. Because you felt the benefit and light in this message, please invite those you care deeply about to join us. Help us to create a ripple effect across the globe of compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Then we can create a creator-based life together. Have a great week, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.
If I wake up with a bad attitude, I just fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything, with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what